Hello, Kia. Um, Today I'm gonna go over your song just for a moment. First of all, it's a beautiful song. I really loved it a lot. Um, I looked over the melody and also the chord progressions, and um, the melody is beautiful. And you chose to do a flowing type of melody, which is not restricted in the form. So what I'm saying is, look at this. This is one, two, three, four, five measures. So it's not in the four measure restricted form. You're just flow. Your melody is just flowing naturally, and it sounds beautiful, so natural. And this might be after the double bar line. You meant this to be the like a B section maybe, and again, here goes one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, and you have a fermata there, and a little more of a tag, one, two, three measures. So it's really odd measures, but it flows beautifully. It's a beautiful melody. But if I look at the chord progressions, there are some awkward places which I would like to discuss with you. Okay, first, let's go over your music. You sent two music sheet to. Okay, let's go over the music first. You sent two sheet music to me. I think this was the first one, and this one was the revised version. I can tell that you were doing a hard work revising all the chord progressions. This is totally different song. This older version, you started with a C minor 7 and kind of kept in this key of C minor using 2/5 of C minor. And in the B part, you went to the relative major using 2/5/1 to E flat majors. And also, it was ended in the 1 minor chord progressions. And here you did a lot of reharmonizations. You came up with B flat 7 here, and it resolved to E flat major 7. You came up with G minor 7 here instead of 5 to 1 in the older versions. And I kind of like the 2/5/1 in here, but you switched it to D minor 7 flat 5 and C minor 7 flat 5 and C7. Well, I think there was something about here. Well, and another one was, yeah, in here you had the D minor 7 and B minor 7 flat 5. Now you came up with F major 7, which is not a chord in the E flat key, and also C major 7. Well, hard working. Yeah. Let's see what sounds better, which one sounds better. And I also have a suggestion about chord progressions. Before that, let's listen to your voice one more time just to get a complete feeling about the song.
I came up and I kept changing a lot of things, so that is why it is late. Forgive my daddy. Okay, here we go. Just for a moment, let me stay here. Just for a while, let the world pass me by. You left with the sun, you left me in the rain. My tears will pour as thunder rolls. My heart cries out, the pain beats so loud. My tears will pour as thunder rolls. Just for a while, the sun will come and I won't be so blue.
Very nice. Yeah. I just noticed that you have made a note change in here too. Which one is right? Yeah, this used to be E flat, and this is an E natural, and now you're singing in E flat. So there was a little bit of change there. And here also, you have A flat here. You switched it to G, and your singing was kind of A flat there. So I didn't notice the older version, so I made the reharmonization according to this melody. Okay, all right. Now I'll talk about what I think about your chord progressions. You meant this to be in a key of C minor, so it's good. Starting with the C minor and going to B flat, it's nice. And naturally, you can go to E flat major 7. It's great, good choice. And then you went to G minor 7, which is not bad. And then suddenly, if you come back to C minor here, well, it sounds well. I thought it was like. Yeah, it's kind of empty. I feel some emptiness there. So I wanted to have some other chords over there. So I maybe you can do like something like this. I used F minor 7 there. So in order to do that, well, you need to fix some of the places. So I made a big change in the chord progression. Don't be offended. Just to give you another idea of how the chord progression should flow. So let's see how it goes. This is how I want it to be. So if you look at the chord progression you have written out in here, C minor 7, which naturally goes whole step down to B flat. Well, maybe I should keep. I wanted to keep it go down to A flat major 7 to make it more lateral, something like. And this chord perfectly fits with this melody with the B flat as a tension 9. Then it resolves down a half step to G minor 7, which is nice. And then again, rather than going to C minor 7, which I said sounds a little weird, I chose to have F minor 7. So it goes C, B flat, A flat, G, F minor. And since you have a melody B natural here, you'd rather have a G7 here. And back to F minor 7, I'd rather use like a 2-5 relationships, F minor 7, B flat 7, which fits perfectly with the melody. Then it can resolve down to E flat major 7, like a 2-5-1 in E flat, which will sound more natural. Yeah. Since you have set up the tonal center in here, then I can really emphasize this note using a D7 chord. Then again, it goes down a step, and I would rather go down a step here to C and make some kind of this kind of movement on here over starting from here, C minor to C minor major 7 to C minor 7 in here. And this C7 really doesn't fit with this note, so I'd rather have B flat 7 with a tension flat 9, which much better fit the chord. And then it can go down to A flat. But since you have A flat as a melody, I would rather have the inversion, so I used A flat over E flat. And to continue with that, I used B flat 7 over D in here. So again, the bass line moves from E flat down to D, then rather have a C minor here to have a natural motions. And I keep going down to B flat 7 here, because you have F, G, and C which fits perfectly with B flat 7, I think that would be a great idea. Making E flat, D, going down to C, and B flat 7. Well, thinking about that, maybe I can keep it go down using another inversion. From here, it's E flat, down to D, down to C, down to B flat, then some kind of A flat here. You can use A flat major 7, but I would rather try another inversion, B flat 7 over A flat, which resolves down a half step to G7 with a tension flat 9, just for the fancy of it. Yeah. I think this one sounds better than the B minor 7 flat 5 in here with this melody. Then you resolve it down to C minor 7, and you have a G7 here. G7 with a tension flat 9 sounds great, but I tried something else. The bassline A never appeared because it's a key of E flat, but since you have a lyric as a thunder roars, maybe I would have some kind of different feeling from the chord. And also this melody fits perfectly with G, so I used G over A. Then it can resolve down half step to A flat major 7. And rather than having a flat 7 here, I would use F minor 7. Always try to avoid using the same root as the melody because it doesn't really sound full when you do that. I would rather use F minor 7, making it a third of a chord. Then you use D minor 7, which is great, but since you have A flat here, I think this should be D minor 7 flat 5. Then just D7 is fine here. You can use E flat major 7 to make a resolution back to one chord, but since you're coming from G7 here, maybe you can make another choice. Before that, yeah, this A flat needs the flat 5 in the chord. How about an F minor 9? I think it will sound good. And changing C major 7 to G7 with a natural 13. And this can naturally go back to the C minor at the beginning. Yep. So, well, I think it sounds pretty good, but I don't know what you would think. Bassline movements is strong when it goes down, or it is strong when it has like a cycle of fifth motion. Look at this, F minor to B flat to E flat. That's a very strong motion. Or it can go down a step, or whole step, down a step, whole step, whole step, whole step. Moving down is very strong, or moving cycle of fifth. Other than that, it's sometimes not that strong. So, and you really need to have a balance between the cycle 5 motion and the motion of going down, the step down motions. So I tried very hard to make a accompaniment for you, just for fun. So I'd like to play it for you. It's just the keyboard. Let's see. I have you sing here. And maybe I need this music again so you can see what I have done. Look at the chord progression that I have changed and listen to look at the chord changes I've changed and listen to the song you have written with the MIDI accompaniment and tell me what you think.
Just for a moment, let me stay here. Just for a while, let the world pass me by. You left with the sun, you left me in the rain. My tears will pour as thunder rolls. My heart cries out, the pain beats so loud. My tears will pour as thunder rolls. Just for a while, the sun will come and I won't be so blue.
Okay, what do you think? You want to listen to it one more time? One more time.
Just for a moment, let me stay here. Just for a while, let the world pass me by. You left with the sun, you left me in the rain. My tears will pour as thunder rolls. My heart cries out, the pain beats so loud. My tears will pour as thunder rolls. Just for a while, the sun will come and I won't be so blue.
Yes? Okay, this is it for today's lesson. And tell me what you think about the chord progression. You can change it around as much as you want, but this is one of my suggestions, and I think it's pretty natural and it fits very nice with the mood of your song, feeling of your songs. All right, so see you next week. Thank you.